This quantum healing hypnosis session provided a lot of healing and clarity for both the client and myself. I'm really happy to be able to share this with you in hopes that everyone will understand the tremendous amount of information that can come through in a QHHT session. The beginning of the session, the client experiences a past life as a person coming to America, an immigrant. That was a very helpful experience for her to understand and how it corresponds to her life now. The second part of the session, definitely make sure to stay tuned to. There's a lot of information that comes from the higher self, again, that is represented both as healing and clarity for the client and myself. I hope that you enjoy the recording, and please leave any feedback. Thanks so much. What do you see down there below you?
Stormy sea.
A stormy sea?
I'm on a boat.
You're on a boat?
It's wooden. It's kind of gray from the water, from the salt.
And it's a stormy sea.
It's not, it's the sky is gray. The boat is gray. It's kind of, there's chop, but it's not raging.
Yeah. What else do you see?
My foot is bare.
Your foot is bare?
I have bare feet. I could see my feet.
Okay. What do they look like?
They're white.
Yeah.
Bare.
So you don't have any shoes on?
No. Pant leg is tattered.
Yeah. So you can see your pants?
The bottom. Like my teeth hurt.
Your teeth hurt?
Like I have bad teeth.
That's uncomfortable.
Smell terrible.
You smell terrible?
I stink. My body odor. My bad teeth.
And your pant legs are tattered?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure.
Are you sitting?
I'm standing.
You're standing.
Okay.
Do you get a sense of if you're a male or female?
I'm a man.
Man. Okay. And can you get a sense of if you're young or old?
Probably mid-30s.
Okay.
My hair has some curl to it. Slightly red. Not orange, but has like auburn.
Okay.
Below my ears, but above my shoulders.
Do you have any facial hair?
I don't think so.
You said your teeth hurt.
Yeah.
Have they been hurting for a while?
Been on the ocean a long time.
Yeah.
Missing nutrients and stuff.
Yeah. What do you see around you?
Other smelly people.
Yeah. Are they all standing also?
They're working and doing things, right?
Are you working too?
I think so.
You said you're wearing pants. Do you have a shirt on too?
Feels like overalls almost.
Okay.
I have a shirt on. I made it myself.
You made it?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
I sewed it.
You sewed it? On the ship?
No, before
Before?
I left home.
And there's other people there working too?
Yeah, to pay their way.
Pay their way?
On the ship, I think.
Do you know where the ship is going?
America.
And you're working to pay your way also?
I am.
And you're going to America?
I am.
Where are you from? Where are you coming from?
All I keep hearing is scurvy.
Okay.
I feel like feel like where I was everything was made of stone, like stone houses, stone streets, stone walls,
Yeah.
stony people. Everything was hard.
Yeah. Where you came from?
Yeah,
You said you keep hearing scurvy.
right. I feel like I had scurvy, and I'm not even sure what that is.
You had it
Yeah,
before you left,
I think I have it.
or you have it now?
I think I'm dealing with it.
Okay.
It's one of the reasons I don't feel so good.
Yeah. And something else is bothering you besides your teeth.
Right. I think I'm just sick.
Yeah.
And I'm seasick. I feel the up and down movement.
Must be very uncomfortable.
I think I was.
Are you wanting to be here?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
Didn't have anybody where I left. I feel like I couldn't move anywhere. I couldn't make anything of myself.
So you're wanting to change that.
Yes,
So you're going to America.
I am.
And you're by yourself on this ship?
I am.
Do you know anybody with you?
I don't think so. I think somebody was supposed to come, but he didn't. He was scared. It was a friend.
He backed out.
Hmm.
So now you're there.
Yeah.
Making your way.
That's right. I'm going to do it either way.
Yeah. What are you doing right now?
I think I'm cleaning, washing something.
What are you washing?
I think I'm washing the deck of the boat.
The deck?
I think so.
How are you doing that?
You have to clean the salt off or it eats the wood.
Yeah. So you just using water, or how are you doing that?
I feel like like a rag.
Mm-hmm. So you're washing the deck. Is somebody else doing that, or just you?
Lots of people. Doing different things, right? There's rats.
On the deck?
In the boat, in the bowels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
When I'm down there.
So do you like to be on the deck, or do you like to be down there?
I don't think I mind either way.
Yeah. And you don't mind being on the ship?
No, it's okay. There's hope.
Yeah.
It's hard, but there's hope.
What do you want to do now?
I want to get there.
Is there any...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like kinship with the rats, really. I think we're both considered vermin.
By who?
I felt that way where I left. I just was a street rat. I was I feel like I had no parents. And just kind of made do with whatever I could find, just like the rats.
Well, how did you find the ship?
Oh, people talk.
And
And I knew they needed help. And that was the payment, was to work. It takes a lot to run a ship. I've never really been on ships much. But I can work. I have good hands.
So you found the people in charge of the ship?
Yeah, and I agreed to work for passage.
And they agreed?
Yeah.
And you get along with these people?
Yeah. It's a business transaction.
Okay. And you're doing your job?
I am. I really need to get somebody to fix these teeth, though.
Yeah.
But it'll be okay.
There's something else you need to do here?
Let me think a second. It'll make sense in a little bit.
Should we leave this scene?
I think so.
Let's leave that scene. And let's move forward to an important day. A day you consider to be important when something is happening. What is happening and what do you see?
Do you want it to be in this lifetime?
Are you somewhere else?
I think I have whatever. It just feels like a snap.
What do you see?
I'm a little girl and I'm getting a medal. My hair is in curls, like long, banana-looking curls. and I'm getting a medal for something.
A medal?
Yeah, some sort of a medal around my neck.
Yeah,
It's my daughter. It's my daughter.
Okay.
It's my daughter.
So what's happening?
I made it.
What?
I made it to America.
I see. And you have a daughter.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
And she's getting a medal?
She's really smart.
Mm. What's her medal for, do you know?
For school, she wrote something. So proud of her.
Yeah.
I made the family I didn't have. I knew I could.
So you made it.
Yeah.
And you have a family.
I do.
What are you doing?
Bursting with pride.
You see her getting her medal.
I do. She's so good. Her mama didn't make it through childbirth.
She didn't. So you're raising her on your own?
Yeah. We're a team.
Is it just the two of you?
It is. And the dog.
And a dog?
Yeah.
What? What's happening?
It just feels so good.
What feels good?
My life.
Yeah. Different than you thought.
I just knew it. I had faith, but I couldn't see. But I just held on and I knew it would be good.
What do you call your daughter?
Amelia.
What does she call you?
Da. Amelia Louise after her mom.
It's a happy day.
It is a happy day.
You're there with her.
Yeah.
There's something else you need to see here?
Part of the roots of my love for music is the fact that my daughter learned to play piano. At least she was wholeheartedly involved.
What do you mean?
Even if it wasn't super talented. She was so proud.
Yeah. She learned.
Yeah. Her school teacher taught her. I think she felt bad for her because she didn't have a mom, but it worked out for both of us.
Yeah. So that's where the music comes from.
And part of it.
What else do you need to see here?
I think that's it.
Let's leave that scene. And let's move forward to another important day. We've now moved forward to an important day. What's happening? What do you see?
It's a funeral.
A funeral?
I feel like it's mine. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't have to.
You feel like it's yours?
I do.
Why do you feel that way?
I feel like I'm reading my headstone.
Okay. You can see it? Her headstone?
Kind of. I think the gist is that I tried hard. I think that's the feeling of the people that loved me. I tried hard. I didn't give up.
That's what you're getting from the headstone?
Yeah.
I see.
Or from the eulogy, maybe.
Okay. There's people there.
Yeah. I knew what mattered. I may not have been smart and educated that way, but my heart was true. And my faith, although maybe wavering at times, never left. My family felt supported.
Do you know how you died?
An infection in my foot.
In your foot?
Yeah. Cut my foot on that blade of a farming equipment
So you were a farmer?
by necessity.
Yeah.
Sliced the outer part of my right foot. It got infected. That's what killed me. But it's okay, because my family was taken care of.
What do you mean?
I didn't leave them helpless.
What do you mean?
My daughter was older. She could fend for herself.
Okay.
And the people that loved me could care for themselves. So I feel like I did good.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need to see here?
Job well done. That's it.
Job well done.
I see a bunch of purple. I saw that when we first started going in here.
What do you mean?
When we first started to go into that place that you brought me to,
In this
started
life?
seeing purple, even into my happy place. All I see is purple. It's just purple.
Like,
The color purple in front of my eyes.
okay. That's something you've seen before.
Yes. Don't know why I thought I should mention it.
Okay. Is there a reason?
I think it's the indicator of the space between.
Okay. And you've noticed it before?
Yes.
Let's move to what's already happened or what's happening has already happened, and you're on the other side of it. In that position, you can look back at that entire life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it?
Faithfulness.
Faithfulness? What do you mean?
That's the word for that life. Faithfulness.
Learn to be faithful.
Yeah. To hold hope. Always. To trust even when you can't see. To know it's all happening the way that it's supposed to.
That was the lesson.
Yeah, to just be. And trust it's okay. Faithful. Full of faith.
What was the purpose of that lifetime?
To know that things aren't always as they seem. To see past current circumstances and look to what's the truth. And realize that you make the truth. You can wallow in your slime, or you can step out of it, wash yourself off, and create beauty.
Anything else?
And once you do that, it's amazing how life will love you back in the form of my little girl.
What?
It's the same little girl.
What do you mean?
She's been with me many times.
Another life experience.
Yes. That same feeling.
Yeah. What's the feeling?
Love. Love is all there really is.
Is there something else you need to know from this life?
No.
Let's move away from that scene and that lifetime. You are now at another time and place. What do you see?
See bubbles. Different lives in different bubbles. I'm still in that space between.
Okay.
It's like I can see it like snow globes almost.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Each one's a lifetime. Big bubbles. Not little ones, but they're like in bubbles.
Yeah. Where are you?
In between.
You get a sense of if you have a body,
I do not.
form.
It's like ethereal. It's a body, but it's not a body. There's a form of a familiar human kind of shape, but no body to really speak of.
Like a transparency of sorts.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Fabulous.
Explain that.
I think just feels good, warm. There's a buzz, an energetic buzz to all of me.
What are all of these bubbles? These lifetimes?
Different. Well, we have the ship of him. There's a girl, a black girl.
Mm.
There's a soldier, like revolutionary wartime. Shepherd.
A shepherd?
There's a shepherd, a boy.
Yeah.
There's a few. There's quite a few,
And
actually.
you can see all of these in between.
Yeah, the closer ones are easier to see.
And why are you there?
To evaluate it. To just kind of look at it all.
Why?
To realize that you don't have to be lost in all the feelings. Sometimes there's worth in stepping back. And just taking stock. That we're connected to those lives, but we're not at the same time.
What do you want to do?
I really want to talk to my higher self.
Well, let's move away from that scene. We'll leave her there to continue on that path. May I speak to subconscious, please?
Yes.
I have permission to speak to subconscious.
Yes.
Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for her to see today. You chose to bring forward this life for her to see. Why did you pick that lifetime?
To understand the value of long suffering.
Why did she need to see that?
Because she needs to stop whining.
She needs to stop what?
Whining.
Whining? She's whining?
She's whining a little bit.
And you want her to stop doing that?
It's about just having faith. You don't always have to have the answers. You don't always have to know every step. Let go.
So you showed her that lifetime when she did that.
Right.
Why is she doing that now then?
Patterns. She's got to break it.
How?
She's got to let go. The control, she's got to let go.
Yeah, I kind of sense that. How do you want her to do that?
To just fall.
Fall?
Yeah. She's just got to let go. It's like a dive, like a deep, tall dive. Just fall.
From where?
The safe place.
What's the safe place?
Anything she has control of. She grasps for control. And I understand. But it's not healthy. It's not helping her. She thinks she's safe and really she's stifled.
She's worried about not being safe, though.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
From her childhood. From not knowing what was going to happen.
But she's safe now.
She is absolutely safe now.
What would help her to understand that?
Review. That's why she's here.
Review.
Yeah. She needs to review where she's been. It helps her to understand she has skills that she doesn't realize in this life. In this life yet.
More skills that she's unaware of?
Yeah, she's absolutely, yes, they're deep. She's gifted, but she's stifled.
Why? Why is she stifled?
Fear.
Fear of not being safe?
Yeah. In every lifetime, even with nothing, she's made something. She's so capable. She worries all the time that she doesn't want to appear haughty. She doesn't want to appear to think she's better than anybody else. She doesn't want to step on anyone's toes, which is admirable, but at the same time, it's not serving her.
What does she need to do?
Let go. Grab a bullhorn and scream from the mountaintops.
Do you have a suggestion, something specific she could do?
Throw a band into the wind and jump on the train.
Should go somewhere?
Metaphorically speaking. If she wants it, she should just take it.
Is there something she wants?
She wants to serve.
And you think she should just take that?
I think she should just take it.
Isn't she serving already?
she is, but it's not fulfilling her. She's serving in the interim while she learns.
She's done with that service?
Unclear. It's up to her.
What would make that more clear?
Knowing the next step.
I think that's why she's seeking your guidance. What is the next step?
If she had all the answers, that wouldn't be faith, would it?
So you want her to just jump?
Yeah.
Does she know what that means?
That is unclear.
Why?
She's met me before. We talked. She tries to embody who I am, who she is really, as a larger being.
Yeah.
I think she's got to embody that, to leave the worries at the door, to get in and actually drive her vehicle. She spends so much time analyzing everything that she can't move forward sometimes.
What should she do instead?
Just trust. Trust that I'm not going to lead her wrong.
You don't feel like she trusts you?
I feel like she's just afraid.
Does she know she's afraid?
Yes.
So what could she do to trust more?
Let go of the fear and the pain of the past and realize that she's already whole. That nothing can happen so terrible that she won't be okay, because she's always okay. This life is temporary. And it's not even the truth of who she is. So at the end of the day, there's really nothing to lose and everything to gain.
So will this experience be enough for her to overcome that fear?
If she chooses, it will be.
Will she choose that?
I believe she will. But
What
that's
is this fear exactly?
judgment,
Judgment.
right? When she was a child, she didn't have very much. In this lifetime anyway. And in a lot of them. And she felt judged, like she was less than somehow. Little did she realize she was rich in many other ways, but as in that child mind, she felt very judged. So she spent a lot of time making sure that others understood that she was good too. And it's almost like she's afraid to give it up, like she'll be judged again for being on the margin of what is accepted in society. The truth is, it's all farce anyway.
So why does she do that?
It feels better. It's known. The unknown is pretty big and pretty amazing and kind of scary. But it's really not scary. She just thinks so.
Well, what could she do that would help her with that when she starts to feel that?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
About anything in particular?
Write the fears down and then let them go.
Okay. Has she done that before?
No, she writes about past stuff that's happened and how she feels about it. She spent a lot of time figuring out how to monitor and summarize her feelings. She's made really big strides there.
Yeah.
Now she needs to write down the fears and just allow them to be gone. That's living in faith. That's what faith is. Faith is letting go, feeling the fear, and doing it anyway. If you want to really make something of yourself, and you really want to serve in the way that you're supposed to serve, that you have served in so many lifetimes, you have to let go. Just fall. You're safe. You're always safe. Shit, fall and flips as you go. You're always going to hit the water at the right angle. It's going to be fine. You can help so many more if you just let it be. Just let go. She's a good girl, you know. She really is. She's a goofball.
You said that she's met you before.
Yes.
Does she know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was feeling pretty hopeless when she divorced and wasn't sure what to do. And she kept climbing this hill that she couldn't hardly get up. And each time she would climb the hill, it would get harder towards the top. And I would just reach down and pull her So at first all she really noticed was my arm and my hand, and then she saw more of my body. And as she'd get to the top of the hill, she'd see the house where I lived, and she would wonder, but it wasn't time. So eventually she climbed the hill. She almost fell at the top. I grabbed her, and we sat down and talked, and I showed her an overview of her life. I showed her there was a school, this lifetime that she's in, and that it's temporary. If you want to get the most out of it, you've just got to let go.
And you feel like saying you gotta let go, she will understand what that means.
I think so.
Okay. Does she know you're here now?
Yes. She realizes the integration.
It's difficult to explain.
I think she realizes that this incarnation is just a percentage of me.
And that's what you want her to realize.
Yeah, I think she knows. I think deep down she knows that there is a deep reservoir of energy and assistance. Actually, it's never ending. So she doesn't have to come up with this energy by herself. She doesn't have to come up with the ideas by herself. She just has to lean on me. She just has to let go, to fall into me, to fall into her.
Who are you to her?
I am her. Just the bigger part.
Is it okay if I ask some of her questions?
Sure.
She wanted to know how long she will be with.
2 years at max.
Will she stay in the same role during that time?
Yes.
And she'll be working the same part-time or full-time what she's doing now for the next 2 years?
Yes. She'll be figuring a way out, though. She'll figure it out.
So what happens then?
She'll be able to embrace who she truly is. I think she'll come out of the closet as a medium, but that will only be a piece of it.
What do you mean by that?
She'll use that even if it's not overtly advertised.
The mediumship?
It'll be known to those who need to know.
That she does it, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think it'll be something that'll be indicated, like others will be aware, but it doesn't mean that that's all that she does. She's going to lead others to peace.
What do you mean by that?
Well, those that are lost, she'll be a map.
A map?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you mean by those that are lost?
Lost in their emotion, lost in their feelings, lost in whatever it is. They'll be able to come. It'll be like a refreshment for them, that maybe a moment, like a break out of life, to be able to get guidance and connect, much like this.
So is this what she should do?
It will be a peace.
So what happens in those 2 years?
She sets them up for success. Gets the right people in the right places to carry them forward.
How does she do that if she's working full-time where she's at?
Well, the people in the right places will be in the job she's in now.
I see.
She'll install the right people. The job that she's in now, she feels responsibility to make sure that it's carried out properly when she leaves. To set up with the right people in place to lead them into the future. They're going to grow a lot.
But she's going to leave.
She will leave, but she will get the right people in the right places.
And that's important to her.
It is very important to her.
Why?
To not leave someone in a lurch. She's just not like that.
And that's what you want her to do?
That's what I think she feels she must do.
Okay. Is there something for herself she will also be doing in these 2 years? To move on?
I believe she'll teach. I think she'll still continue to teach.
But she enjoys that.
She's good at it. I think it's part of her identity. I think it'll fall off slowly.
The 2 years she'll continue to teach?
I believe so.
Okay. And that's what she should do.
I think it'll be a choice.
Yeah.
Either way, it'll be fine. But I think she probably will, at least for a while.
She was curious about her direction right now, with what her skills are and what she's doing. So Does that mean that she should be doing something else right now or after this 2 years?
I think she will focus on her grandchildren and her kids. There's not a lot of downtime for her right now.
So in the downtime she has, she'll be focused on her family.
I think so. I believe her mediumship will definitely grow. Actually, explode is the word. I think that's going to become a huge piece of who she is in those 2 years. But as far as major schooling or that sort of thing in the meantime, I think she'll dabble a bit, but she may not choose to take on the full
Does she need to do that?
Unclear. I think it'll be a choice.
What does she need to learn now to prepare for the future?
That she's a powerful medium. That she has a very good sense about people. And that there's messages to give them. That she's got to just allow.
In a different way than she is?
Right now she's fearful. She has to answer to a board. And it's not overly accepted.
At work, you mean?
No. Yeah, yes, at work. That's not overly accepted.
So she can't really come out as the medium, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But she will need to continue doing that in these 2 years.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell her how to turn her volume up to 10.
Well, go ahead.
So she's been wondering this, and it's ridiculous. In a way, I don't understand why she's asking.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows that she's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
She knows that she is like a phone call for those that need to communicate. She's the conduit. Focus. Focus is the answer. Focus and allow. Once again, just let go. Just allow. Know that you're safe. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing. And shut up. Stop bitching. Stop moaning. And just do it. It's already there. I gave you the experience to be able to understand how big it can be. Now just be big. It already is. Silly girl, get out of your way. Stop double guessing. Stop fearing judgment.
So focus and allow.
Yes, let go.
Will that be enough for her to understand what you're saying?
I don't know. She analyzes everything.
Why does she do that?
Because she's got that mind. She wants to know the root of everything and why. Which is admirable, but sometimes it's a block. You don't have to know everything completely to be able to use it. Just trust it.
So what would be the easiest way for her to control that dial then?
Decide.
Decide.
Just decide.
Decide that.
Decide to turn it up. Just decide. It's right there. It's so easy. She's going to want to know, how do I do that with so much other stuff on her plate? That's what she's going to ask.
Yeah. And?
How is she supposed to do that with so much other stuff on her plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to have to clear her plate some.
So what should she do?
As she moves people into the roles where she is, she'll be able to put less mental energy on what's going on there.
Okay.
And more into herself.
Has she not started this then at work? Has she started moving?
She has.
Okay.
She has started. And the right people are coming.
So was she aware that that was what she was doing?
I think so. I think she always knew it was short term.
Mm-hmm.
That she was there for the transition.
So now that you're telling her this, you feel that she'll be able to utilize that to be able to focus.
Yeah, she feels like that there's no end in sight, and it's hard to focus when you don't know how long you're going to suffer. And it feels like suffering sometimes.
But you're telling her now 2 years.
Yeah, at the most.
And that's really just preparation.
Yes.
For what comes after.
Right.
Which is what?
Which is she will not be there anymore, and she won't be running things. She won't have to.
What will she be doing then?
Oh, she'll be well, she'll be spending more time with her family, which is very important.
Mm-hmm. She seems to be worried about the financial piece of leaving work.
Yeah, she's got to allow herself to be taken care of by other people.
She's worried about that, though.
Yeah, that's part of her lesson.
What do you mean by that?
This lifetime for her is about allowing others to care for and love her too. Love on her and love her in ways of service. She spent the beginning of this lifetime caring for other people, protecting other people, coming in and fixing other people. And at this point, she's got to learn to allow others to care for her.
So that's why she experienced those things early on, so that she could see that.
That's at least part of it, yes. The other was karmic for her parents.
What do you mean by that?
That there was unfinished business. Like she agreed to help them.
Okay. Makes sense. She agreed to help them.
Not kill each other. To help them learn their lessons by seeing it through her eyes. Her mother, for sure.
Has she finished that part?
I think so. She's very close.
Okay.
Her dad's got some work, but her mom's about there. You know what, though? Her dad'll have to repeat it.
He will.
Yeah. But he'll be smarter for it.
He's closer.
Yeah, than he was when he started, for sure.
Okay. Because she was able to help out.
Yeah, she had a small part.
Is there anything else she needs to know about controlling that dial? I know that was a big thing for her.
She needs the same place and the same time consistency. She needs to pick a place where she's going to go to connect. She'll be able to pull that connection anywhere. But if she really wants to strengthen the signal and understand how it works, it needs to be a single place. Pick a spot. Go there. Make an appointment to go there. And keep the appointment. The spirit will show up. But they're not going to show up if you keep not showing up.
Mm.
And you'll understand more about the way connection works and how to bring the signal in like an antenna.
Is there somewhere that she already has, or do you have a suggestion of a place?
She needs to do it in the downstairs bedroom.
Why that?
It's quiet.
Anything else she needs to know about that?
That's just a place to start. Once she understands how to focus, she'll be able to have that bedroom anywhere.
What about in the process of it? Because I know that she had some concerns about, some intention, like of connecting intentionally versus it popping up on her.
I think the focus will come.
Okay.
As she spends time. It's like training an animal. She has to train herself because she's the teacher. And she's the connection on the other side, which she doesn't always get.
I think that would make it a little easier.
It's like calling home.
Right. And she knows where to start with that.
She does. She's already pretty far down the road, actually.
Yeah. She wanted to know if she was an artist in a past life.
Yes, she was a painter.
Painter.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she ask that question?
Because she feels a kinship.
To
Art.
art.
Yeah.
Is that meaningful for her in this life for some reason?
It's an expression of things she can't necessarily say. Doesn't know how. Remind her that she painted her feelings in high school. That's available to her now. She could lead others to paint their feelings.
That would be a good healing modality.
She's a healer.
Is that what she should do?
She should lead groups through meditation, through sound, through art, through movement, through song.
It's a lot of different things.
Yeah. Different people require different equipment.
Is there something she should focus on to start?
Love. Just remember that the root of all of it is love. And get out of her head. Just trust.
You're going to keep coming back to that, huh?
It's important. She's hard-headed.
I feel like she already knows that love is the important thing, though.
She does. I think she has to just lean into it and trust it.
She's not doing that?
She's just afraid. Which is exhausting for me sometimes.
Imagine.
She needs to do a group where she sits everyone in a circle and they hold onto a rope. And the rope is the indicator of the connection between all of them. And they realize that their energy flows from one to the other, but they need the rope as a visual because it's hard to get otherwise. To understand the way that we're connected and how one flows through to the other. And none of us are really alone, and no one can survive alone. And the people that would come and see this and come experience this and feel this or be seekers that need to understand that they're not alone. There's lots of things that are going to come to her.
Where does this group come from?
It's a beacon. They'll know. They'll just come.
She put it out there, though?
She already has put it out there, I think. She knows that she's supposed to lead groups. She knows that she's confused if it's people that are in or if it's people from the outside and who the healing focus will be on, but it's everyone. There'll be different groups in different ways.
Oh, so where should she start? Is there a clarity on starting that?
Probably with women.
Okay. Just in general, or people she works with?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
There'll be women from her past job that will be more likely to arrive and be a part of that group.
From her past job?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be a group in Herman.
In Herman?
Yeah.
Why Herman?
She knows that already.
Okay.
She's seen visions of sitting in an open area that's higher than the rest of the area around her.
Mm-hmm.
And that is somewhere some of this group will take place.
That's in Herman?
It is.
Okay. And she knows where that is?
No, not yet.
Are you going to provide more information on that or no?
I think she'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't think it's important.
Gotcha. Is that something she'll do soon, or is that after she changes and after she leaves?
She'll start figuring it out. She's drawn there. She's so drawn there she can't. There's no basis for why. But that's why it's part of the future.
When you say drawn there, do you mean
to Herman?
To Herman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the time frame on that is not important?
That will be in full swing by the end of the 2 years.
Gotcha. To lead these groups?
Yes.
In Herman. Why hasn't she done this already?
Time.
How does that change if she's still working there?
She'll let go of some of the fear. If you're leaving, she won't be so worried about it.
Yeah. She wanted to know what her word is in this lifetime.
Grace.
Is there anything more you want to say about that?
No, but she almost gave her daughter the middle name Grace.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's funny how you know things and they manifest in different ways. It's like walking around blind. That's what we choose.
Don't have to be blind.
No.
She said her grandpa said he was one of the old ones. What does that mean?
The original wisdom.
Can you explain that?
Early, there were more. One second. Early, there were more. The words are hard. There was one. And then the one became many. And then the many became many more and many more. The old ones were before the split.
Which split?
It's like the 12 tribes of Israel. One became 12. 12 became 144.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kept splitting. The old ones are one of the 12.
Why is that significant for her?
The lineage is old. Everyone's lineage is old, but she's aware.
But he didn't know.
He knew.
Is there anything else she needs to know about that?
There's more you should know.
What?
But not everything fits, and it's okay.
What do you mean?
You have so much to give, Lava. You have so much to give. And I do know it's Weva. It's like a sound. Can't. It's okay if it doesn't make sense. It's okay if it doesn't fit.
If what doesn't fit?
The information that you get from people. Very good at allowing, and that's good. But not all of it has to fit, even in your own life. And that's okay.
Why do you want me to know that?
Because you're going to have weirder things happen.
Okay.
And it's okay. The expansion and the breadth of the things that you're going to learn in sessions with people are going to be bigger and different. And it's okay. Just be prepared for information from other planets, from other solar systems, and all kinds of crazy that you may not be expecting.
Why?
Because the Earth is waking up. The 1 becomes 12, the 12 144, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Why is that important for me to know that?
Because you're a guide. And it's okay if you haven't been wherever you're guiding them. You'll be given the supplies as you go.
Is there something else you want me to know about that?
You're a beacon. You help people find their way. But it shines through you. You don't have to create it. You don't have to muster it. You don't have to find the energy for it. It just is. It's just who you are. There's no real energy expenditure required.
Well, that's good, because I don't feel like I have very much energy to spend.
You don't need to. You're plugged into source. You just have to be a hollow bone and allow it to flow through you.
Does that mean I should do something different than I am?
You already know. You know there's a Native American side that you're supposed to embrace. You feel it in your herbs. Spend more time and find out.
More time with the herbs?
More time with that life.
Mm.
This makes the ancestors very happy. You feel it when you sit on the ground. You feel the connection. It's deep. And it's absolutely who you are. There's so many parts to who we all are. But it's a deep piece of who you are. The old ways have been forgotten. And you've got to spread the word. Don't keep it to yourself. Teach.
How?
Teach others. The wisdom of the earth is being lost. And it's up to those who are the keepers of the faith, the gate, to show others what they need to do. You are a teacher.
Of the old ways?
Yes. And when you feel like you don't have the answers, the ancestors will show you. They will speak through you, through your hands, through your intuition, through your third eye, through your heart. And the right people will come, but you must invite them. You don't need to be extroverted to do it. You just have to be love in tangible form and just show people. They will pay to come. And you will grow and you will learn and you will be paid dividends that money couldn't even touch.
What do you mean by that?
You'll glean so much from the light of the others. They'll teach you as you teach them. That's ancient wisdom. You get so much more by giving than you ever gave. You have a lot to give.
I already feel like I'm giving a lot.
You are. But you're wondering why you're empty sometimes. It's because you have to allow them to give back. And I know that's uncomfortable, but it's okay. Tea is the start. Where do you start? You start with tea. Mullein. You should be drinking mullein now.
Yeah.
Many don't know.
What do you mean?
Many don't know that. They don't know the things that you know, even that you intuitively know. It's part of your healing to offer. But it's a choice, and it's okay. But it will give you dividends.
I should do that instead of this?
In addition to, in different ways.
I gotcha.
Start with a group. Take a day. Go find stuff in the woods. Wherever it is that you're going to pull it from, teach them about herbs. You don't even have to make some big deal out of it. Bring the plants. Start small. It will make sense.
Why is that part important, the herbs? Teaching about the herbs?
Because they are who you are. You know, you've known for a long time, many lifetimes. You hold the ancient wisdom inside of you. You're a conduit. That's why it comes so easy. You already knew before.
Why are you using this time right now?
Because your grandmother needs you.
What do you mean?
She taught you the things that you need to know. And on the other side, she will teach you and move your hands in the right ways.
But this is the time. Why are you saying it now?
Because we as a helper, this is the deal that she made to allow herself to learn, was to give something to the person helping her.
It helps her to receive that way.
Yes.
Is there anything else you have for me?
It's uncomfortable for you to receive, and it's okay. That's all right.
What would make that easier?
Practice.
How do you practice that?
You allow others to give. You must be open to receive. And you will be a magnificent grandmother, by the way. There's a way to receive.
You wanted me to ask why I was sick.
Mullein. That's your first herb. It's the first thing you'll teach. Plus, you're kind of resistant to taking things into yourself. And that was going to happen today.
What do you mean?
Could have easily been canceled.
Anything else I need to know?
That you're loved beyond measure. And you've got a cheering section that's bigger than the eyes can see.
That's nice to know.
It's very true. But you feel it when you sit on the ground, when you have your hands in the dirt. That's your time to connect for sure. All of these things are choices. You don't have to do any of them. Possibilities, options.
I wanted to know if there's anything she needs to do to help her children.
Continue to be there. Don't go too far.
What do you mean by that?
She's considering moving, but her oldest daughter needs her.
Is there more to understand about that?
The vicinity. She needs to be in the vicinity.
For her oldest daughter?
Yeah. She's the backup.
The backup?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She's got a lot going on, her daughter. And when it's overwhelming, that's what she's there for. She knows it.
And that's what she should do?
She believes so.
What does she need to change to have a body that will take her through the lessons of this lifetime?
Gluten.
I assume you mean remove.
Yeah. Makes her stomach sick. That's part of what's wrong with her digestive system.
Causing some
Inflammation. Leaky gut.
Okay. Has she not removed it already?
No, not completely.
She already knows this, though.
She does, but not in so many words. She feels it when she eats it, but she doesn't know it.
Will you saying this now be enough for her to remove it?
Yes.
Since we're sort of talking about the body, would you mind to do a body scan?
Sure.
Will you tell me if you find something that seems out of balance or out of harmony?
She's been worried about the fibrocystic breast tissue in her left breast, but there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
It's been there since she was 13. And it is the same, and it will not change.
Okay. Why is it there?
Genetics.
Why is that in her genetics?
Injury.
An injury from what?
A past life, she was shot.
Okay.
She's got an imbalance from the left and the right side of her body.
Why?
It's in her sacrum.
Okay. Why is that going on?
It's just the not moving forward and not stepping backwards, being frozen.
She needs to move on.
She does.
Will she be taking those steps?
Yes.
So she doesn't need to feel that imbalance anymore.
No.
And you can heal that for her now? Get it balanced? Will you let me know when that's completed?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I keep asking questions? Sure. She wanted to know what the syllabus, objectives, and summary in this life experience are.
Of course she does. She's always looking for the shortcut. Not that she won't do the work, but she wants the answers before she's asked the questions.
Yeah. So what would you like to tell her?
Hope reigns supreme. Keep on the sunny side. Positive thinking. Don't always live in the what's the worst thing that could happen. She needs to change the narrative. What's the best thing that could happen?
That's not what she usually does?
I think she just goes along. Not thinking of the past, not thinking of the future, or thinking of both, but being hung in the middle.
Why does she do that?
Her analysis. She's always analyzing everything. It's like she's summing up a combatant or something.
What?
It's like she's figuring out if she's going to have to fight or not.
Why would she do that?
She's done a lot of fighting.
But she doesn't need to do that now.
No.
So why is she?
Habit. That's that past thinking.
Mm.
But it's hard to be in the middle of the road and let go of how you got there. Once she realizes that the power is her, the magic is her, she'll step one foot after the other. And that's how she needs to start, is one foot after the other. She doesn't need to know every step of every possible path. Just put one foot in front of the other and start going. You're always on the right path. Always, always, always. And you're never lost.
She's worried about getting lost or taking the wrong step.
Oh, she's always worried she's going to take the wrong step. There's no wrong step. She'll correct if it feels wrong.
Do you think that you've answered that question enough for her?
The summary would be, in the end, we're all together. In the end, love wins. In the end, it's just another bubble. And all is well. She needs to go ahead and start moving forward on the things that she can learn without a huge time commitment.
Like what?
The basics of hypnotherapy. She's been looking at a course and she needs to go ahead and take it and realize that it will be okay. That she can do it in the time that she uses scrolling on her phone mindlessly.
A better use of her time.
Absolutely, and she knows it. She uses that to escape from the stress of the job that she's in.
Sounds like she's worried about if that would be the right thing for her to do.
Yeah, she is. She's worried that she's going to be spread too thin as far as time. She wants to be sure that she has quality time with her grandkids before they get too old. Her granddaughter's 14.
Mm.
So she's concerned because she knows this is the falling off point.
Yeah.
So her time at the job that she's currently at will diminish little by little by little. And when she leaves, it will be fine. She'll be able to help them or consult or do different things that way. She's really going to set them up for success. And then she's going to come into how she's going to serve now in a really tangible way. She's going to be scared and she's going to be worried, and it's okay. In the end, love wins.
Love wins.
Love wins.
Should she take this class now or after the 2 years?
Now, at the end of the summer.
End of summer?
Yes. She needs to plan out her time, put it on a calendar, make a calendar of it, make a plan, and do it. She feels that she has to legitimize what it is that she has. Put it into human terms somehow where it's accepted by the masses.
That's not possible.
How do you legitimize being able to speak to spirit?
How do we do that?
It is just who we are. It's our first language. We speak English or Arabian or whatever other language in this lifetime, but to speak to spirit is our first language. All the rest are ancillary.
So why does not everybody feel that way?
Because everyone is afraid.
Why did the fear start anyway?
To keep us in this lifetime, otherwise we would come in too wise. We wouldn't learn anything.
We're supposed to feel fear.
To keep us bound to this life to a degree.
But it's also the thing that holds us back from our destinies.
Yeah, but you have to have it to block you in the beginning so you can learn. And that's what we do in this lifetime, is we remove fear bit by bit by bit. And by the time the fear's gone, we're enlightened and it's over. Or we're not, and we repeat.
Why go through any of that?
Growth. To understand the facets of who we are as spirit. As spirit.
We don't understand that already.
We're curious. We don't have to. But there's something beautiful about humanity. It's like porcelain. It's beautiful and fragile. It's strong and durable all at the same time. It's just an appreciation. Why do you go on a roller coaster? Exhilarating, scary, fabulous.
What is her destiny in this life?
To lead others.
And what's holding her back?
She's going to lead others to hope. It's like a big swirling possibility. She's going to show them that it exists.
That hope exists?
Yes. Just like the sailor. Just like so many other times. Hope exists.
So what's holding her back from that?
History. Past. Fear. Being tied to this lifetime. After this, though, she'll understand that this is just a lifetime. It's not all that there is. She knew that anyway, but now she'll get it.
How? What will be the difference?
Being able to look at it in bubbles.
Oh, that was very helpful.
Yeah, she wasn't aware that she was ever a sailor. She was definitely a slave.
Mm-hmm.
She spent a lot of time in events or situations that felt hopeless and could have given up, but she didn't. That's what she's going to help others to overcome.
So if she spent these other lifetimes in these similar circumstances, why is that continuing?
Fortitude. It's like a rope of 3 strands is stronger than a rope of 1 or 2.
To be stronger?
Yes.
Why does she need that?
To remove doubt.
From herself?
In the lifetime. Yes.
She had a hope in these other lifetimes.
Yes.
And her purpose in this lifetime is to lead others to hope.
Yes. To really be able to help others, you have to speak the language.
She wanted to know how she can have access to those past life memories.
Stand among the bubbles. She'll have an opening now. She already knows how to reach me. Now she'll be able to stand with me and look.
And she'll have more clarity in reaching you.
Absolutely. All she has to do is think of me and be quiet.
In what way should she think of you?
She should stand among the bubbles in the space between.
What's the purple?
The energy.
What do you mean by that?
The energy that connects everything.
Why did you show it in purple?
It's the highest.
Is there something else to know about that?
Energy is all there is. It connects everything. Everything is linked together. Time is not true. It's only linear for humans to understand.
Why? Why do we even need to understand that?
Because otherwise everything would jumble. Humans are fear-based animals. They are mammals without enlightenment. Once that higher being comes in, That's what gives them the enlightenment. That's what makes them a higher thinking being. So in order to remove some of the fear, things can't happen all at once. It's too much.
Are you talking about the difference in humanity?
Speaking of time, that's why time runs on a line. Because if everything happened all at once, it would be too much. And then that incarnation would have to break character to understand or go crazy. And then what's the purpose?
I gotcha. There would be no growth.
There would be no opportunity for growth. It's down the level. There's no words. Like notches or knots on a rope. The humans are way, way down on the rope. And there's got to be some way to help them understand. We chose to incarnate into mammals to feel that experience. That's why fear came into it. Fear had to be there in order to modify behavior. Without modified behavior, we wouldn't know who we are, and we have to forget. We have to forget in order to grow. It's like a relearning or a remembering. This life is a great remembering. All lives are a great remembering. It's getting back to who you are, really.
You mean eternally?
Yeah. To get back to your higher self. To realize you're not this amoeba somewhere in the dark or this mammal in the dark.
So why the split anyway?
The opportunity to learn to feel things differently. The senses that we sense as an eternal being are not as finite, as in your face, so to speak, as they are when you incarnate, when you feel it through this body.
You mean experience it?
Yes.
What is destiny as an eternal being?
It just is. There is no destiny. There is no end point. It's just all is one at the same time. There's nowhere to get to. It's just experiences in the incarnations.
I wanted to know how much you can manipulate reality.
Infinitely.
Why is she so worried about asking a question like that?
She's afraid of how powerful she is. Of how powerful everyone is.
Why?
She's not afraid of other people, but they don't realize how powerful they are either.
Why would she be afraid of that?
Well, then you have all the answers, right?
She doesn't want to have all the answers.
If you have all the answers, then the life is useless.
If you have all the answers, you wouldn't need to have this life.
No, you will have ascended.
Is there anything else important to know about that?
Grace is needed. She has to give herself grace and realize that no one is perfect. That you have to see this human shell with compassion and with love and with nurturing. And it is well built to hold this percentage of your consciousness. And that you have to speak to it with love and care for it. And realize that you're the driver. And this is a manifestation that you've created. So if you don't like it, change it and love it.
Why is that so hard for people to understand?
They can't see past the end of their nose. They think that this is all that there is. There's songs, what's this life for? They just can't see, they're so lost in the dark. That's why it's so important that there are beacons to help them remember that they're here to learn things and to get on the path to learning them. Some are learned the hard way for sure, and some bring you more to the light or to the right road. But it's so important that you let your light shine. This little light of mine is not so little. That speaks true for all of us.
Why'd you bring her here today?
For help. She was paddling really hard, going nowhere. She's got to focus on allowing mediumship to flow through her and embracing the fact that since she was little, she's known things about people that they don't know. And just to help them, she knows them because they need them. And then when the mediumship comes through, she'll know whether to be overt about it or whether to just offer little bits of information that they can swallow. Not everybody can eat meat. Some need milk. And she'll know. She already knows.
Not her, right?
No. No.
Why is that?
What?
Why does she have a problem with milk?
It's the lining of her gut. Once she gets off the gluten, the milk won't be a problem.
Okay. Is there anything else she needs to do physically?
She needs to eat more berries. She needs the nutrients in them. Blackberries. She's also going to ask about the pain in her legs.
What is the pain in her legs?
She needs to drink no more diet soda today. The aluminum from the cans is leaching into the stuff and it's causing problems.
Does she drink diet soda a lot?
She does.
Will that be difficult for her?
Sure, she's going to be wimpy about it.
Maybe you can help her with that right now.
Exactly. She started lion's mane and she needs to keep taking it.
Okay. Why did she start that?
It felt like the right thing to do, but let her know that it's rebuilding the myelin on her nerves. And she will not have to deal with nerve damage or nerve problems in her periphery. But it's a choice. Stop the diet soda or deal with the consequences. The lion's mane will rebuild and you won't have to take it forever. But if you don't stop, it's not going to matter.
So she didn't know why she was taking it? She was just taking it?
She was just taking it. She just started taking it.
Well, thank you for getting her started on that.
Thank you for caring.
You can help her with that craving of the diet soda.
Absolutely. She's powerful. She just has to decide like anything else.
Yeah. And the leg pain, since you're going to be helping her with that, she doesn't need the leg pain either.
No.
You can get rid of the aluminum.
Yes.
How will you do that?
She's going to have to take some liver support.
Okay. Is that why there was extra energy in her liver? Or is there something else?
No. There's anger.
Okay.
But there's definitely increased energy in her liver to detoxify her blood.
Okay.
And she's going to take the liver support that the holistic physician just started her on.
So her liver has been communicated to her already.
Yeah, but once again, she didn't know why. She's so busy that she doesn't allow herself time to think about things.
What is the anger? You said anger also. What is that?
She had a lot to work through as to why things occurred the way that they did. But after this session, I think she'll understand.
Okay.
There's frustration at work, and that feeds into it too.
Did she know she was having challenges with the myelin?
Not until now.
Okay. Anything else you've noticed in the physical body?
She holds a lot of tension in her right shoulder.
What's that from?
Work. She doesn't move as much as she should. Her work consumes her, and she doesn't give herself the ability to care for herself.
But that will change now because her focus will be different.
It will.
Okay. So you can release some of that tension in her shoulder?
Yes.
Are you going to do that now? What about the sacral area you were working on earlier? Is that done?
That has to do with release.
Release?
Yeah. Allowing herself to be cared for.
Is she ready for that?
She absolutely is ready for that.
Is she ready to get married?
Yes, she's got to let go of that one little fingernail that's holding on to the cliff.
What is that?
That's that 1%.
How does she get rid of that?
Let's go.
Let's go. And she's going to know how to do that after she leaves here, right?
She will. It's a matter of not trying to control everything, every piece of the outcome.
What should she do instead?
She should just know that it doesn't matter. She's okay. She's always okay. There's going to be a reinvention of who she is. All in the good ways.
Is there anything else I can do?
You can continue to practice this in bigger and bigger ways. There's no turning back now.
I'm not really sure how I could turn back, but thank you for that. Should I do it more frequently?
Yes. And you'll be led.
How will I know that?
Your gut. Trust it. You know there's a couple of clients that you probably don't need. Should move into more of others.
What do you mean?
There's some clients that are taking your time that really aren't fruitful. They have no real wish to move forward. They're sucking you down. It will naturally fall away. It will free you up to have more time to do the things that really light you on fire.
Anything else that you want me to know?
Trust that this is true.
True.
It's true that you are a teacher, that you have a lot to offer if you choose, and that you really will be a fabulous grandmother. There's a boy coming.
Is there anything else you want to know while she's in this state?
That I love her so much. She's so protected and so precious. She has so much support. Stop worrying about what people think and step into the truth of who you are and shine like a beacon on the hill, and those that can't stand the light will turn away. That's where her frustration is based, in the fact that she's not standing in her truth. She will exude the truth, not try to give some expectation, but she will step into her truth.
So she's the catalyst?
Absolutely. A beacon.
And how is that helpful for her?
She's never been in the position where she's been the one that people didn't want to be around or didn't know how to handle. She has to understand that you can love people in different ways, even if it's not overt, to support them even when they're throwing acid. It's because they don't know and they're afraid. So this was partially to teach her how to support people in the quiet, and to teach her the value and the use and the manipulation of energy.
Anything else you want her to know while we have her in this state?
It's okay to sell the house. She'll know.
Thank you for bringing her here.
Thank you for calling.
Any last words?
We're proud of you, Weva,
For
living your truth. You've made a beautiful life for yourself. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. Any last words?
One foot in front of the other. You're okay. It's going to be great.
And you finished everything in the body?
The right shoulder will get better as she lets go.
Okay. And the legs will be better too?
Yes. 100 times.